I never liked video games. I didn't grow up with them. I never enjoyed playing them when I was growing up. And so why am I doing a game review? Well, there is one video game, just one, that drew me into the world of video gaming quite recently that made me change my mind about not liking video games so much. Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be reviewing Okami. To start off, I found this game because someone commented on one of my videos saying, "You like wolves, so you should play Okami sometime." I know you're not much of a gamer, but the gameplay is simple and you will enjoy it. Well, I looked it up and I actually thought, yes, this does look interesting, because you do play as a wolf goddess, with strange powers that you are able to use gestures in order to make miracles happen, such as making the trees bloom and the sun rise, and you can walk on water. Does this make sense to you? Because it's about to get a whole lot more complicated. Okay, the backstory of Okami is that 100 years ago, an 8-headed serpent demon named Yamata no Orochi was defeated by the wolf god Shiranui and his human warrior companion, Nagi. And now, 100 years later, Orochi has returned, and the world of ancient Japan needs a savior once again. Unfortunately, Shiranui is kind of dead by now. So, it's up to Kamiki Village's guardian deity, Sakuya, to call upon Okami Amaterasu, which is the new reincarnation of Shiranui. You play as Okami Amaterasu, the wolf goddess, to defeat Orochi and any other demon in your path by using the aforementioned celestial brush, which allows you to press the B button on your Wii remote and say you can draw a line called the power slash to cut things down. First is Amaterasu. I'd like to clear up with you first and foremost, it is indeed a girl. She is the only character that you're able to play as. She's cute, she's funny, she's mature in certain situations, but rather dopey and silly in others, and this all makes her a very refreshing playable character. And it's somehow her goodness and her innocence that's able to make me ride forth whether or not I want to be evil, like in other RPGs like Skyrim, for instance. When I just want to steal this man's stuff, well, in Okami, since you're God, you can actually do that, because you're God and it's not really wrong. You're not even really stealing it, they're just giving it to you. Random tidbit. Also, there is our main companion character, Isun. He is a little person, a little man dressed like a bug. He is a punkle, and his race has been known to be celestial envoys, which are beings that have special powers of their own with the brush, the power to create paintings of the gods and pass them out. So they're basically missionaries that tries to encourage people to remain faithful in the gods when all else fails. But Isun's not going to do that with his time. Instead, he has decided to accompany us on our adventure just to be bossy, and so that he can steal our 13 brush powers that we are gradually gaining back throughout the expanse of the game. The third character I would like to mention is probably my most favorite and most hated video game character ever. His name is Waka. He is a member of the Moon Tribe. He is a prophet, and he is just there to annoy us in a French accent. he's shrouded in mystery and he just appears and disappears throughout the game only to fight us and then give us a prophecy, then leave. He's kind of useless until the very end, when all is revealed. I just felt like mentioning him. There's a great array of side characters that will accompany you on your journey, good ones and bad ones, and ones that will frankly just confuse you sometimes, as some characters just make no sense and they act like they don't know what they're talking about. But it's all in good fun and it's very enjoyable to be in their company. The animation is probably something that I should have mentioned a lot earlier in this review, probably first, as well as the sound, because they are two things that make this game stand out from all the rest. The animation, instead of done with a standard pixelated 3D animated look, it's actually done with a colorful 2D animated look that is made to mimic the Japanese watercolor painting sumi-e. And while sumi-e is not always as colorful as Okami, the wavy fluid lines and the motion that they put into every frame of the gameplay is just captivating, and it makes me very relaxed. The soundtrack is also something that makes me feel very relaxed, even the battle themes. It was composed and performed by a traditional Japanese orchestra, which, unlike an American or English orchestra, it has drums and flutes and little violin thingies that make very calming noises, as well as the little tapping sound from the bamboo fountains that were supposed to make calming noises in the background. It feels very natural, especially in the setting, but the pop remix that plays at the end of the game during the credits just kind of ruins the entire thing. I really wish that they would have stuck with Freezing Night by Eiko Shimamaya, which is a really good song that could have been on the soundtrack, and I recommend that you give it a listen. There's really nothing else I can say that fits in the main categories, so I'd just like to add that the cutscenes are very long and quite repetitive sometimes too. The intro scene is 25 minutes long, and you're not even playing, you're just watching the backstory and everything go by, which is kind of a hassle if you're trying to limit yourself to only, say, an hour of gameplay. My final verdict is this. Even after I played video games for around 2 years now, I have never seen anything quite like Okami. Even nothing that I say in this review can do it justice except this. It's not a game. It's not a second life that you can live. It is a journey that you embark on with your friends and your companions for the rising sun. I don't know. Embark on the journey for whatever reason you want to. Maybe you like the art style, maybe you like the music, maybe you like wolves, maybe you like, I don't know, the mechanics of the game. It really doesn't matter, but whatever you do, know that you're not just playing a simple game, you're embarking on a journey that will soon change your life. Change your life, but you're not selling your soul. Right now, Okami is licensed by Capcom, and it probably will be for a very long time. I recommend that you buy it wherever you can, but since it's kind of an underrated game, you won't find it anywhere. So just buy it off the internet for some $20–$30 and it'll be worth your money. Okami is available on the PlayStation 2 as well as on the Nintendo Wii. For game recommendations, I'd like to point you towards Okami's sequel, Okami Den, on the Nintendo DS, which is compatible with DS Lite, 3DS, whatever. You know, it's kind of funny how after about 2 years of having a YouTube account and saying I'd make anime reviews, that my first one is actually a video game review. Oh well.